So listen, do you know what's great? It is great when a major company like General Motors takes the time to listen to feedback from people like myself and the many customers like you when you're unhappy with a certain situation, when something is ticking you off that they're doing and you want them to change it. Well, guess what? That is what my good news is about today. All right, so a few days back now, probably just over a week ago, I did a video concerning some bad things, some bad news in regards to the Chevy Silverado and GMC trucks that are coming out now. Now, first and foremost, we already know one of the problems is we're just not getting enough of them. But second problem has been that we are now seeing features eliminated from the trucks that we actually are getting in mid-trim level or above trucks. And if we can just really quickly go down that list, I want to talk about a few of those things. So HD radio has been eliminated. Heated rear seats for many of the models that had the option have heated rear seats have been eliminated. Things like the digital temperature gauges, so you have your separate climate control, mid-trim level or mid-trim level or above trucks. Those were eliminated. We also had the elimination of stop-start technology, the elimination of cylinder deactivation, whether it be dynamic fuel management, active fuel management. So obviously there was a bunch of things. And most recently, and what I talked about in the video, was now they were talking about, and not talking about, it's happening, the elimination of heated seats, ventilated seats, and heated steering wheel in trucks that would normally have those features. Now, I want to step ahead 1 second and also just mention, if you didn't watch through the last video or you didn't watch the last video at all, this is not going to affect the GMC Denali's or the Chevrolet High Country trim levels, okay? Whether it be in the HD trucks or in the half-ton trucks. And by the way, what we're gonna be talking about today is actually both half-ton and 3/4 ton or 25 or 3500 trucks. Now, part of the good news that I want to talk about is, first and foremost, at that time, I was not really aware whether this was going to affect the refresh trucks that many of you have been anxiously waiting and excited for, or what it's going to affect. And everything I'm reading right now from the information I'm seeing from General Motors is it's only going to affect, at least for now, from what I'm seeing, the 2022 limited trucks that we are now ordering. We're currently ordering and currently starting to, of course, receive on our lots. So fingers crossed, these problems will be figured out before we see the 2022's refreshed Silverado and Sierra trucks released. Now, as far as the 2022 limiteds, what good news do I have? Well, first and foremost, the good news I have, actually, before I get to that good news, I want to remind you to please subscribe to this channel so I can keep telling you the news like I'm telling you today. So hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And hey, why don't you hit the like button while you're at it, because I'd appreciate that too. But talking about the news, as mentioned, or the good news, as I mentioned, first and foremost, the trucks that are being affected by all of these issues I was talking about, most importantly, it seems the biggest uproar, and understandably so, has been in regards to the lack of heated seats and lack of ventilated seats and lack of heated steering wheel. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't sound like the heated steering wheel problem is going to be fixed anytime soon. But, as I mentioned in the last video, I was hoping that they would have some sort of retrofit coming. Guess what? Already, GM has confirmed that they are going to have a retrofit to help with the heated and ventilated seats. So if you get a truck, if you order a 2022 Limited, AT4, RST, whatever, and you wanted the heated seats, or an AT4, you wanted the heated and ventilated seats, the truck is going to be shipped without it. We already know this. This is confirmed. More often than not, from what I'm hearing, they are going to have the buttons in the truck still to work those items, but of course they will not work initially. The understanding, of course, is you are going to get Canadian. I don't know what the American pricing on this. I can't imagine it's much different, but $50 Canadian is going to be the kind of credit you're going to get at time when you get the truck. They are going to retrofit the heated and ventilated seats when parts become available. And I am hearing this is going to be late in Q2, which would again lead me to believe that the new refresh trucks, which are going to be, by the way, able to be ordered as early as next month sometime, starting to be built in February to come out in spring, they may not be affected by this. And that's what the hope is, of course. But the 2022 limited trucks, if you're ordering one now and you want it now and that's the only one you can get and so on and so forth, but it doesn't come with the heated seats or the ventilated seats. It sounds as though they have confirmed that they are going to have a retrofit program. And now my assumption would be the way the dealer handles it is, of course, it's going to be when you order the truck, those would be the first people. And so, go down the list and so on as to when you order it compared to when you're going to get those pieces retrofitted in. And I want to talk quickly too about what trucks are actually affected by this. Now, in the 1500 series trucks, if we talk Silverado first, the affected trucks by this lack of heated seats, heated steering wheel, are going to be the LT, the RST, the Trail Boss, and the LTZ. And in the Sierra, you're going to be affected with the SLE, the Elevation, and the AT4. As I mentioned off the top, it's not going to affect the High Country or the Denali trim levels. And in the 3500 lineup, in the Chevy, it's going to be the LT and the LTZ, and in the Sierra, it's going to be the SLE and the AT4, as well as the SLT. Actually, pardon me, SLT, both a half-ton and three-quarter-ton SLTs will also be affected by this. Another little bit of good news that's coming around the corner is my understanding, my expectation. I've already seen some of the 2022 Limiteds coming this way, is the digital gauges are making a comeback. We're seeing that the digital temperature gauges, are making a comeback. Again, I know it's more of an inconvenience than anything. You still have the separate climate control on the trucks, but you have to see it up on the screen. But my understanding is those digital gauges, temperature gauges, are coming back. So that's my good news for today. I'm curious as to what you think. What are your thoughts on the retrofit? My whole thing about this is the fact that they seem to have listened. They seem to trying to react quickly to this and understand that, hey, these, especially for people like myself up here in Canada, this is an important thing, right? Anyways, as I said, please stay tuned for more news because I'm going to be bringing it your way as soon as I hear more information in regards to any of this stuff. Oh, and stay tuned because I have a new video coming out right after this one. It's going to be talking about all the engine choices that you can get for the 2022 refreshed GMC Sierra in which trim levels. That's one to watch out for. But as always, everybody, thanks so much for watching. Take care.